Boys, NRL Fanatics here, back today with a video. But before getting into it, please make sure you don't forget, if you're new to the channel and you're watching these videos, to subscribe, like the video, and comment your thoughts down in the comment section below. And the channel's at 689 subscribers, so getting very close to 700. So please make sure you're subscribing if you're new, as well as doing the following: liking the video and commenting your thoughts down in the comment section below. But let's get into it. My NRL tips for round 22. It all starts on Thursday the 12th of August. It sees the Melbourne Storm versus the Canberra Raiders at Sunshine Coast Stadium up here in Queensland. All games this week, all 8 games this week, with crowds returning with 50% capacity. So great to have the crowds back in the NRL this week after the lockdown ending here in Queensland. So going off the Melbourne Storm's results now, last week they're coming off a 28 points to 18 victory over the Manly Seagulls, extending their winning streak, with the Canberra Raiders coming off a very important victory, beating the Dragons 20 points to 12. Now, the Canberra Raiders don't often have a bad record against the Melbourne Storm. Their record's actually not that bad against them. So, they're a huge chance in this game, but Melbourne, right now they're too good at the moment. So I'm going to tip the Melbourne Storm here by 14 points. Anytime try scorers, I'm going with Nicho Hynes, Justin Olam, Dean Ieremia, and Remus Smith. Now moving on to Friday, the 13th of July, sees the St George Illawarra Dragons versus the Penrith Panthers at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Dragons coming off a loss to the Canberra Raiders, 20 points to 12, which has dented their hopes of making the finals. As for the Penrith Panthers, a big bounce-back victory for them over the Sydney Roosters, 20 points to 14, pushing themselves back into second spot on the NRL ladder. And I'm going to tip the Penrith Panthers here to win, even without Nathan Cleary. He's still named in the reserves, I believe, this week. So I'm going to still stick with Penrith here. Penrith by 28 points. Anytime try scorers: Stephen Crichton, Charlie Staines, and Brett Naden. Now moving on to the last game on Friday night, sees the Brisbane Broncos versus the Sydney Roosters. Again, this game has been played at Suncorp Stadium, and the Roosters, they're coming off a 20 points to 14 loss to the Panthers. The Broncos coming off a 28 points to 20 loss to the Newcastle Knights. And I'm going to tip the Sydney Roosters here by 16 points. Anytime try scorers: Daniel Tupou, Joseph Manu, and the halfback Sam Walker. Moving on to Saturday, the 14th of August, sees the South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the Gold Coast Titans. And this is at Cbus Super Stadium here on the Gold Coast. Now the Rabbitohs, they're coming off a 40 points to 12 victory over the Parramatta Eels. The Gold Coast Titans coming off a crucial win over the North Queensland Cowboys to keep themselves inside that top 8. And I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs to be far too strong here for the Gold Coast Titans, and I'm picking them to win by 30 points. Anytime try scorers, I've gone with Latrell Mitchell, Josh Mansour, and Dane Gagai. Moving on to the second game on Super Saturday, sees the North Queensland Cowboys versus the West Tigers at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. Cowboys coming off a loss, 36 points to 14 over the Titans. West Tigers coming off a 28 points to 16 win over the Bulldogs. Now, this game is a very, very difficult one to call. It's hard to get a read on both these teams this season. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys to break that losing streak. And I'm going to pick them to win here by 6 points. Anytime try scorers, I'm going to go with Dejan Assi, Kyle Felt, and Vale Holmes. Moving on to the last game on Saturday, sees the Manly Seagulls versus the Parramatta Eels, and this is at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Manly coming off a loss to the Storm at 28 points to 18, but a very brave showing by the Seagulls. They were well in that game and they had a chance to cause an upset against the Melbourne Storm, but not to be. For the Parramatta Eels, very disappointing performance against the South Sydney Rabbitohs, going down 40 points to 12. And look, despite Mitchell Moses in his second week back, I'm still going to tip Manly to be far too good here for the Parramatta Eels. I believe the Parramatta Eels right now are on the slide, and I believe they will finish around 6th spot on the ladder at the end of this year. So I'm going with the Manly Seagulls to win here by 20 points. And anytime try scorers, I've gone with Ruben Garrick, Tommy Trbojevic, and Josh Schuster. Now, moving on to Sunday, the 15th of August, and the second game on Super Sunday sees the Cronulla Sharks versus the Newcastle Knights. And this is the second game of the doubleheader at Moreton Daily Stadium in Redcliffe. Now, if you guys want my tip and prediction for the Warriors game, I will be doing a preview video tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that one. That'll be a separate video. So for the Cronulla Sharks, they're coming off an 18-16 loss to the Warriors. The Newcastle Knights coming off a 28 points to 20 win over the Broncos to keep themselves inside that top 8 as well. Crucial game for both teams, very important game, and I'm going to tip the Knights to come out on top by 12 over the Cronulla Sharks. Anytime try scorers, I've gone with Kalen Ponga. So yeah, that is my NRL tips for round 22, just to go back and give you all the tips for those that missed it. And my tips are the Storm by 14, the Penrith Panthers by 28 points, the Roosters by 16, the Rabbitohs by 30, the Cowboys by 6, the Manly Seagulls by 20, and the Newcastle Knights by 12. So that wraps up my tips for round 22. Please make sure you don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget as well to like the video and share your thoughts and tips down in the comment section below. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.